Hey yo, welcome to the finished article. This is a tribute as well as All Things Wrestling episode, tribute to Scott Hall, aka Razor Ramon. And we'll be talking about AEW Revolution, Dynamite, Wrestlemania, WWE. We're going to bring it all in. When I say we, I mean me, and co-host today is Andrew, aka the Winter Surfer. How are we?
Hello. Hey yo, how you doing?
Hey yo, all good, man. You?
Yeah.
Feel good, yeah.
All good,
Nice.
yeah. Good stuff.
Nice. Yeah, no, we haven't done any shows for quite a while. I think the last one we did was on Cobra Kai.
Wow. Okay.
That was quite a while back now.
Busy.
Yeah, we've just been really busy with other stuff, so we just haven't had time to get any videos out yet. Yeah, it's a shame. Obviously, Scott Hall passing away this week. I think the day before, I heard that he was on ICU because he had 3 heart attacks, and he had like hip surgery as well, and then he had 3 heart attacks in hospital. From what I read online, they were waiting like for his family to get there, so then they could turn the machines off because they said he weren't going to survive anyway. So they wanted his family around him at the time. So it's a shame as well, man. I remember watching the character Razor Ramon when he first debuted in WWE. I was only like 7, maybe 8 at the time. Like that was around. Was that around the time when Raw started doing a weekly episode or something?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think he came. I think he officially debuted like mid to late '92.
Yeah, 92, 93-ish.
Raw was like January '93 or something like that.
Yeah, so it's around that time, wasn't it? I remember the character. I thought it was a really good character. It's like you never seen a character like that before in wrestling. To be fair, from what I remember before that, I used to watch like wrestling tapes.
Yeah.
Like Saturday Night Main Event on tape and pay-per-views and stuff like that. My dad used to bring like the videos home from like his shop. He had like a video shop, so he used to get like all the latest wrestling VHSs and just bring them home for me. And I just watch them. It was brilliant.
I saw the same because I can't remember. I think Sky was doing the wrestling, but it wasn't like live or anything apart from like their pay-per-views or something like that.
Yeah.
It was like end of the week or something like that. And I remember
it was. Yeah, I remember. It was on a Friday. I actually remember.
Yeah. It was always
like
on
Raw.
Friday. Yeah, it was like
Raw used to come on Friday, and when WCW started, they put them on Friday as well. So it was the Monday Night Wars in America, but it was a Friday Night War over here. I remember it very. Yeah. No, I remember when me and my cousin used to watch it when we were younger. We used to all get together at my auntie's house on a Friday. And me and my cousin would just run off upstairs. We'd have 2 TVs set up next to each other. We'd have Raw on one and Nitro on the other. And we'd just watch them at the same time. Whichever one we found like interesting at the time, we just put the volume up on that one and turn the volume down on the other one. And we just bounced between them. It was really fun, man. I used to love watching them.
He was, Scott Hall was, Razor Ramon, his debut was, obviously came in as the bad guy, but he was so cool, you know.
Yeah, that's it.
He just generated cheers, and obviously that's what they went with. Yeah. But he was like but he was still, even though he was, when they still told him was good, he was still like, you know, did the antics of a bad guy and everything like that, the toothpick.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But he was definitely. He was also just an excellent wrestler. Very underrated.
Oh, he was really good in the ring, man. I think it was. I think Chris Jericho posted something on Instagram, like a tribute to him. He's saying he's one of the best wrestlers he's seen that hasn't won a world title.
Yeah, he's up there as one of the best non-world champions of all time.
Yeah, definitely. He definitely is as well. I think that's one of the reasons he left WWE, because he never really got a chance to win the title, did he?
Yeah,
he wasn't pushed that heavily.
Also, just WCW were willing to pay him loads more for working less.
Yeah, so, that was true. That was true as well. I remember the debut as well. Like back when he debuted in WCW as Scott Hall, there was no internet at the time, so there was no dirt sheets like, oh, you know, he's left WWE, he's gone to WCW. Like he just turned up randomly at WCW, and I was like, oh shit, this is a WWF guy in WCW. What's going on?
Yeah.
And then he cut that promo saying, if you want a war, you've got a war. And I thought, this is brilliant. Yeah, it was a really good way of debuting him, and obviously Kevin Nash as well.
Yeah, I mean, I sort of dropped out of wrestling about 96 and didn't pick up again until 98, so I actually missed the actual decent, like, real-time NWO stuff, so obviously I caught up with it through the years, but I just remember watching that promo. He still spoke like Razor Ramon.
Yeah,
he still had a lot of people. So
definitely,
yeah, and then he sort of phased the accent out after a few months. So
that's it.
Yeah, but
I think he wanted people to still know that this is Razor Ramon. I'm just on a different with a different company now.
Yeah,
because he was going under a different name as well, weren't he?
Yeah, I think that's what they proposed at the end. It was like at the time they called it a hostile takeover.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah,
looking back, and it was like they portrayed it as WWF guys at the time coming in and just trying to take over, which was actually smart. To do. But
I thought it was a good way of bringing him in, definitely.
Yeah, he's just an excellent wrestler. He had his demons, as we all know.
Yeah, no,
and he fought through those, and he came out the other side, and got the Hall of Fame speech. Got the Hall of Fame, a great Hall of Fame speech. I can't do it justice, but that line, bad guys do, something like that.
Oh, the famous line from it. Can't remember it off the top of my head now. It's I've got it here actually. Hard work pays off, dreams come true. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do.
Yeah.
That it was brilliant. Like, obviously he'd pre-written it to say it at the Hall of Fame, but it was just a brilliant. It was a brilliant quote, and I think a lot of people are going to remember that.
Yeah, they will
from it. And obviously, he's a two-time Hall of Famer as well, weren't he? Like, he got
inducted
in Razor Ramon. That's it. Yeah, so he got inducted with NWO and obviously on his own as well. So
yeah, which is only right.
Yeah, definitely.
I presume they'll. I don't know if they can go in for a third time with the Click and all that, but I'm not too sure they'll do that because it wasn't really recognised. But
yeah, I don't think the Click was recognised as like a stable. It was just like a backstage group of friends, weren't it? Really?
Yeah, he was just excellent, man. Just sad the way he's gone out. He went for a hip thing and ended up having 3 heart attacks that actually
mad that
he passed away. It's just one of those sad things, man.
It is not definitely, man. I was quite gutted, it was a part of my childhood, like growing up watching Razor Ramon.
Yeah.
On as I said, like a Friday night on Raw, and then obviously on Nitro as well. It's just like it feels like a part of my childhood's just gone.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. It's now. I think it's now. Let me see. It's one of those. We've had a few over the years. But like somewhere in their like prime that passed away, like an Eddie Guerrero and stuff like that, where that hits you hard. And these are one of the ones that the guys you've grown up with watching, they've gone retired and now they've passed away. It sort of hits you pretty like the generation before us when those guys passing away probably felt as well.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
You go, oh man, you start to probably look at yourself going, how old am I now? Do you know what I mean? I'm now,
That's it. Yeah,
I'm older now, but what these guys are unfortunately starting to go away, and it's just one of those sad things, man. I mean, hopefully, it's just one. Yeah, it's just very very sad. I mean, you can see how much influence he had on people. Had like The Rock posted something about. When they had a match in like 2002, they went backstage and he just said he went up to him and. I'm going to paraphrase it. He said that, how much, he'd studied him and everything like that. And Scott Hall was taken aback by that because he didn't think, he'd have that type of influence. But you can see in the traits of The Rock that when he first started, there was a little bit of traits of like Razor Ramon, a bit in it and stuff like that. And just the thing, I implore anyone who watches this, go watch the 2 ladder matches with Shawn Michaels.
Ah, brilliant, man.
WrestleMania 10 and then SummerSlam 95.
Yeah,
just amazing.
Those were brilliant. Brilliant. Yeah, I mean, him and Shawn Michaels revolutionized the ladder match.
Yeah,
100%.
Totally.
I mean, from what I remember, I mean that was the first. It was the first televised ladder match that WWE had.
First WWE. Yeah, I think they've been doing. They've been doing. I remember watching a documentary the network about it. They've been doing ladder matches and house shows.
Yeah, they did.
I don't know how they kept doing those ladder matches like every other day or something. That must have been a street.
That was just mad.
How they got to WrestleMania still like not injured or something like that. I don't know, but
I know
they were doing
it.
It's the first one televised, I think, for WWE. Yeah. So
definitely,
awesome match.
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, he revolutionized like stables as well with the NWO. I think that was it's one of the biggest turning points in wrestling history was when the NWO was born, especially because it turned the biggest babyface in the business as a heel, Hulk Hogan. I think Scott Hall was part of that decision as well to bring Hulk Hogan onto like the NWO.
Yeah, it's money, isn't it? It was money. They went to him. You know that they went to. He didn't want to do it at first, but then they found, suddenly realized how much money they're going to make.
Yeah.
Jumped on. But then even like at the start they were booed, but mostly throughout the run, him and Kevin Nash were cheered most of the time because they were cool. They were seen as cool.
Yeah,
it was cool. They were the first cool bad guys, really. That
that's it. Yeah, like definitely. Razor Ramon was probably the first bad guy that was cheered.
Yeah,
like he was probably. I think he was brought in as a heel, like when he first debuted on Raw as Razor Ramon, but. Because he was cheered so much, I think they just eventually turned him babyface because they thought, you know what, he's getting the reaction of a babyface. We'll just keep him as a babyface. I think he was like in between because he was obviously the babyface, but he was using heel tactics as well because he's the bad guy.
So he did like he was doing lie, cheat, steal before Eddie Guerrero was.
That's true. Yeah,
got it from.
That's it. Yeah, Eddie Guerrero made it famous with that catchphrase, "I lie, cheat, and steal."
Exactly.
This is the originator, man. Scott Hall originated it, definitely.
Exactly. He's just iconic, man. Very
definitely, man. Definitely.
Very, very good guy.
100%, man. 100%. I mean, I've watched one I think of his son's matches. Cody Hall.
Yeah.
He's in the Bullet Club or something, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he still is. Yeah, he's in New Japan Pro Wrestling. So
yeah,
I think he was in there. I don't know if he's still in now. I know he has been.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very tall. He's very tall, is Cody Hall. But
yeah, I've seen him on TV. He's quite tall, like his dad, isn't he?
Yeah, dad's genetics, that's for sure.
Sorry,
he's got his dad's genetics. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I think he should obviously carry on the bad guy thing as a tribute to his dad. I think it'd be really cool to see him trying to do it as well.
I don't know because it's going to be it's going to either be seen as a cheap rip-off or something like how the wrestling fans are.
Some people will think that, won't they?
Yeah, the wrestling fans aren't very they'll forgive so much, and after a while they'll then turn on him or something like that.
Yeah, no, that's true. I
think he doesn't want to do it anyway because he wanted to be his own.
He wanted to be his own man, didn't he?
Yeah,
he wanted to make it on his own.
Yeah, that's why he went to New Japan.
Yeah, he didn't go straight into WWE or NXT or anything like that. He wanted to do it on his own.
Yeah, outside.
He from what I remember, he teamed with his dad once, didn't he?
I believe so.
I'm sure they teamed up. I remember reading about it once. They teamed up maybe once or twice. That must have been special moment for both of them, really.
Yeah.
Being able to team with your father or son, like Ray and Dominic are in WWE.
Yeah, it's like when you think of all his troubles, he probably didn't think he was going to do it. With all his demons and everything like that he had to come through. He probably didn't think it was ever going to happen.
True.
He got the team with his dad in a wrestling match.
Yeah, that's really good. That's really good. Did you catch AEW Revolution?
I did catch that. Yeah. I thought it was a very, very good pay-per-view. Very good.
I think all the matches were really good, weren't they?
I didn't think it was their best overall pay-per-view, but it still smashes any WWE pay-per-view. Yeah. So it's because of their high standards that I'm not disappointed. I thought it was great. I just thought it was a not their best.
Not their
You know what it was? I was like, I think the placement of the matches are so important because I was I remember it was this pay-per-view alone was nearly 4 hours, and they had an hour of the buy-in before.
They had the buy-in as well. Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
like
it was a long show.
I think
that's why they split the bigger matches between the 4 hours to keep people engaged or something like.
Yeah, but I just thought the main event was. Do you know what? I just thought it lacked something. If I'm being honest with you, the main event.
Adam Cole versus Adam Page.
Yeah, I thought it was a good match. It just didn't hold my interest.
It didn't know I'm
not because of Adam Cole. I just don't. I don't like Hangman as champion. I don't think he is that guy.
He's not that guy for AEW, is he? No.
No, and I was surprised actually. I thought they were going to pull the trigger on Adam Cole.
I thought they were going to give him the title. To be fair, like keep him undefeated, but they gave him his first loss.
Yeah,
which is fair. One of the matches that I thought were brilliant was Bryan Danielson and Jon Moxley.
Yeah, I thought
that was a match that I really enjoyed. With William Regal turning up as well at the end as well, that made it even more better for me.
That was made it better. That was sensational. I like what they're doing with these guys. They're like, they've been absolutely brutal in the ring. And watch any spoiler, I haven't watched it last night. Last night's episode of
I've seen it. Yeah,
of Dynamite. They're starting to possibly collect or snap up the younger talent who want to recruit. What's his name? Yuta from the Best Friends.
Wheeler Yuta after he fought Jon Moxley.
He went after. So it's gonna be. I don't know what the end game is of this with these. I don't really care. I just like watching it.
I mean, I think that the plan was to have a big stable, but the other members that I heard of are now in the Jericho Appreciation Association.
I thought that is,
the 2.0 and Daniel Garcia, they were meant to be part of it.
I thought that was going to happen as well. I thought they were going to add them because it seemed the most sense.
Yeah, definitely.
But maybe
I don't know who else they could.
Maybe they'll just add on sort of like the lower mid card stuff and rise them up, essentially.
Yeah, they did mention Shotty P as well. Shotty Lee, didn't they?
Yeah, is it Lee Moriarty or what his name is or something like that?
Lee Moriarty. Yeah, Lee Moriarty.
Yeah, Lee Moriarty's like panning around with I don't know if he's still in the.
Oh, is it Lee Johnson?
Lee Johnson.
I can't remember what his full name is.
I don't know who he was.
I know they call him Shotty Lee or something as well.
Yeah. The issue is, issues at AEW is like, how big is this roster going to get?
Yeah, I mean, they've just bought Ring of Honor as well, haven't they?
Exactly. Just bought Ring of Honor. This roster is already stuffed to the gills.
Yeah.
And just like, listen, I'm fine. I'm fine with it, but don't expect to see your favorite people on every week.
Yeah, no,
they just can't do it.
I mean, I saw, what's he called? Is it Josh Woods, the pure champion from Ring of Honor?
Yeah.
He was on Dark Elevation this week.
Yeah. So they had
against
a couple of weeks, they had the Switchblade on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They had Jay White on. He turned up in AEW and in Impact Wrestling at the same time, that guy, man. Crazy.
Yeah. But back to Revolution, I thought it was a great pay-per-view. It's just that they've got so high standards.
Yeah.
I thought other pay-per-views have been better, in my opinion. I thought the dog collar match was great.
That was brutal, man.
It was very brutal. It was an old school style. That dog collar matches. I don't like dog collar matches. It's like it looked like they were following the same format. You know, one guy chokes the other, hangs the other over the rope, pulls the other towards him. But you know that was good. I thought, like you said, the Danielson Moxie one was so hard hitting, and the finish was the tricky one as well. I don't know whether he fully pinned him or not, but it don't matter, does it? So
yeah, true.
He said he was going to make Moxie bleed, and he made him bleed.
That's it. Yeah, he did what he set out to do, didn't he? So
yeah, that's right. He said what he's going to do. It's just this actual roster could do with a brand split, like a draft.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, even if they
tag team
split the
division,
roster,
the tag team division is ridiculous.
Oh, it's stacked as a tag division, man.
It's ridiculously stacked.
And they've just added the Hardy Boys as well to it.
And you've added Daniel Bryan and John Moxley as a tag team
as
well.
There you
go. It's like that is the company that could do with a brand split. Like,
I mean, they could have two different brands like Ring of Honor and AEW and split the roster between them, which I think would make more sense.
Yeah, they should do that. It'd be one of those things because it's great and everything. We've obviously they're gonna have departures. We know that Cody Rhodes is gone.
Yeah, Joey Janela's apparently leaving
as well. That's no big loss really.
And they've got rid of Marco Stunt as well, apparently.
Again, no big loss.
I mean, apparently they just stopped talking to Marco Stunt and Joey Janela. Like, communication just went dead.
That's the thing. Yeah, and then they just signed Miro to a 4-year contract as well. He's been out.
Have they? Bloody heck.
Yeah, and they're going to
4 years.
Kip Sabian to come back as well.
Yeah.
Like,
do you know one team that I really want to see join AEW, even though the tag division is stacked? I want to see the Motor City Machine Guns come. Because some of the matches they could have with the talent there, it's just...
Yeah, that's the thing. You had another tag team.
Exactly, yeah. There's just too many tag teams already.
You got Ray Phoenix to come back, and then Lucha Brothers will be a tag team. It's like House of Black as a tag team. Hardys now. Red Dragon, FTR.
FTR, Santana Ortiz, the Young Bucks.
Yeah, Santana Ortiz, 2.0.
2.0. I mean, there's just too many to name, isn't there? There's Brock Anderson and the shotty guy that he's with.
Yeah.
There's just too many. And then you've just got Top Flight come back as well. Like Darius just came back as well, isn't it? The Acclaimed. There's just too many to name, man. There are more. There's Butcher and the Blade. Private Party. It's just...
Mad.
Too many tag teams.
Young Bucks.
Too many. There you go. Yeah, there's too many tag teams.
It's mad.
And then you've got about how many teams? How many tag teams are in the Dark Order? There's loads in there.
Order,
there's too many. There's loads of tag teams in there.
At least two. Yeah.
At least 2 or 3 in there, isn't there? So
listen, each their own. That's fine. But it's like, how do you? Sooner or later, they're going to be. Actually, I don't know what they're going to. I don't know whether people are complaining or not. They're signed up. They're working. So I don't know. It's just. I think the TV audience will start to. I mean, they'll want as much as possible, but it's like, where do you place everyone? You got Kenny Omega to come back, maybe.
Yeah, that's it.
You know.
I mean, I've heard that there's a storyline in the works where the Young Bucks are. Adam Cole's split obviously at the moment between the Young Bucks and Red Dragon. And obviously, the way I see it, he's going to end up with Red Dragon as like the Undisputed Era. And it's going to come that Kenny Omega is going to come back and team with the Young Bucks. Yeah. And then you're going to have like a trios feud there.
Yes.
And from what I've heard is they're going to introduce a trios title as well.
Okay. That's
So there's another title coming in somewhere. And I think they need that because they've only got 2 titles at the moment without the tag titles. And they've got a huge roster, so they could have maybe like the trios titles, something obviously for trios, but another singles title maybe could help with.
It could help
like a mid card, in a lower card or mid card title, or something that's maybe defending on Dark or Dark Elevation.
Yeah, it could be something like that. It could be. Yeah, I mean,
like a Rising Stars Championship or something like that.
I think, because they've got 2 women's titles now.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, they've got the TBS and the women's, haven't they?
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they do. I honestly, it's fascinating because you got like all, like you say, just purchased Ring of Honor. So how many of them do come in? Now,
I think the Briscoes are coming over.
I don't know what I don't know what all the contracts it's racing at because I know a bunch of them are in Impact.
Yeah,
at the moment,
quite a lot went over there.
Like PCO, Mike Bennett, Matt Taven,
they did. Yeah,
Kenny King.
I think they're going to go through the roster of Ring of Honor and say, right, we want these lot, and we're not going to sign these.
Yeah, I mean, I know apparently their former women's champion is C-Rock signed for WWE or something like that.
Oh, right, okay.
I know Deonna Purrazzo is currently like the Mexican and Ring of Honor Women's Champion, even though she works for Impact.
All right, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know. You see, like, oh, forgot to mention, look who he's hardly been seen this time. Jay Lethal. Where has he been? You know, he's hardly been seen. So
he's on Dark and Dark Elevation. That's where you see him.
It's like
he's a big star as well. Like,
yeah, that's what I mean. He's a big star, but
he's been on Dynamite and Rampage, and that's it.
But that's what I mean. It's like you're going to see these guys like what unless they're in a big feud because once every few months, and it's like, oh yeah, he works.
Well, yeah, he still works. And they've signed Swerve Strickland as well, haven't they? From
exactly.
And Keith Lee.
Strickland.
Keith Lee's there, and
they're building up Hook.
Yeah,
for Team Taz. It's like
I think Tony Khan needs to take a step back and think. Right, we've got too many people. We've stopped signing people, or we need to get rid of the people that we're not using. Otherwise, it's just going to be too many people, and there's going to be too many unhappy people eventually.
I was surprised when I read that they renewed Brian Cage's contract because that didn't make any sense. They haven't used him since October.
Yeah, he hasn't been on TV for a long time.
Make any sense to use him?
I thought he was WWE bound. Him.
He's the absolute specimen that Vince McMahon would love.
Yeah, he's the perfect mold for a WWE champion.
Yeah, he is that. He is that. Brick shit.
Just like Wardlow. I mean, the way I like the way they've let Wardlow leave Pinnacle and MJF, where he turned on him against CM Punk.
Yeah, I thought they were going to do this week on AEW. I thought they were going to do like Wardlow winning the championship and then MJF coming out saying, "Well, you still work for me, so that title's mine."
Yeah, I was thinking that as well.
I was thinking that.
I was honestly thinking that that's going to happen at the end of the match, but obviously, I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Do you know what? To be fair, if we are going to be talking about spoilers, so if you've not seen any of the shows, you might as well just go watch them first and come back to us later. Because I was quite surprised that Scorpio Sky won that match, to be fair.
Yeah, I was as well.
People were saying he was going to be a transitional champion from Sammy Guevara to Wardlow, but
he was
kept it on him
because he's in a tag team. He's in a tag team with Ethan Page. That's another tag team.
Jeez, yeah, I forgot about them. You know,
yeah. But that's what I mean. You forget about them because honestly, apart from they haven't wrestled in a while, they've been doing doing promos with Dan Lambert for weeks.
Yeah, they have. For about 2 months now.
I thought they would do that. I thought they would do that as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it was like that's one of the things as well. The booking of the TNT title was very strange because like Wardlow was on. I thought that was perfect. Like we just mentioned, Wardlow wins the title, but then MJF says, "No, you're still in the contract with me. That title is mine."
And then that sets up the feud between them two.
Sets up the
going
feud,
forward. Yeah,
builds it. They can have it double or nothing or whatever,
100%.
And do it that way. That's what I would have done. Now,
yeah, definitely.
No doubt they will feud, but I thought it would have given that more impetus there on there.
Yeah, it would have. Yeah, definitely. It would have made it more meaningful for maybe MJF to fight Wardlow for a title instead of just because.
Yeah. Like he actually, although logic dictates to me, why doesn't Tony Khan just in the storyline just say he signed Wardlow? I don't know. They looked at the contract, they signed him out of it, and just gave him a new one. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how it goes.
How is he wrestling for AEW when he's not signed to AEW?
Exactly.
He was signed to MJF.
Surely that's an insurance issue, right?
Yeah, definitely.
He's got to sign waivers and everything like that.
Maybe when he wins the title, Tony Khan will come out and say, "Right now, you can work for AEW."
Yeah, but the roster thing is an issue because you've got like Ricky Starks, who I think is a very talented wrestler.
Very talented.
Basically, just doing commentary.
Yeah,
like Rampage and hardly wrestling ever, and then suddenly pops up, wrestles one match in a few months, and qualifies for a ladder match in there.
Yeah, that was quite random as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, best friends tag team.
Oh, Jesus. there's still tag teams that we haven't even mentioned that are still popping up.
They could have a show. They could have a roster that's just a show for just tag teams.
100%. There's that many tag teams.
Yeah.
That the roster could just have the tag roster could have its own show.
That Brian Pillman, his tag partner. That's another tag team.
Oh, Griff Garrison, yeah.
Yeah.
Hollywood Blondes or something.
Hollywood Blondes, or whatever they're called. Varsity Blondes, whatever they're called.
Varsity Blondes, that's it. Hollywood Blondes was his dad in Stone Cold, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So you got It's mad. Honestly, it's his money, man. He can do it. I'm fine with it. It's just like you are gonna be watching one of these episodes, going, "Oh, I forgot he worked for AEW." You know
Definitely,
what I mean?
definitely.
It's like, yeah,
it's like there's one character that I just find I don't know why he's in AEW. It's Danhausen. I just don't understand what he's doing there. He's not wrestled a match. He just turns up and he curses people.
Yeah,
it's just really bizarre. I know he's over with the wrestling fans and whatnot, but just because he's over with wrestling fans doesn't mean it's right for maybe AEW or even WWE for that matter.
Yeah, I mean, lucky enough, I don't think they're giving him TV time that's not really affected anyone.
Yeah,
in terms of like
he just
pops up during matches, really.
Yeah,
he doesn't like take like a 10-minute segment or something like that.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's
true.
Is
that once he starts doing that, I will then go, nah.
Yeah,
he's not.
I get that. Yeah,
he's not worth it whatsoever. But it's one of those things. I thought this. I was freaked out at this week's episode because the ring looks smaller. I don't know if it's because of the arena they're in. To me, it looks smaller.
It could have been.
Could have been because it just looked tiny. It looked like a proper indie wrestling ring.
Oh, okay.
Pro wrestling ring. So it's just a bit smaller than the usual, like the WWE and the usual AEW one's just a bit smaller. But yeah,
might be due to the arena and the way the arena was set up.
But I
didn't notice that, to be fair. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it now just to see.
That's how sad I am when I notice the ring size. It's just like I don't know. But I thought well, AEW are just kicking butt at the moment.
Yeah, no, they are. They're firing on all cylinders, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. They really are. The way they managed to draw out that CM Punk MJF feud. I mean, it was like 4 months. It was like I know they had one match before that, but the way they were able to keep the first match and draw it out before that, it was very, 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 very good. I do like what they do there.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they were going to do. I can't remember what it was called now. The way that MJF made Chris Jericho fight every week against certain people.
Yeah.
And then he got to fight MJF at the end of it. I can't remember what they called it now.
Is it the Trials of Jericho or Trials of MJF or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. I thought he was going to do something similar with CM Punk.
Yeah, I thought that as well. But they kept it.
They kept it fresh, though.
Yeah, kept it very fresh. Which is good. I think that's what they saying what we do with the roster. I think that's what they do because I remember they kept Daniel Bryan was video packages or just in backstage stuff for a couple of weeks. He didn't wrestle for a few weeks, so
yeah,
that's good. I mean,
and then Moxley came back and he was watching him as well, wasn't he?
It's all that. It's
the way that they use. It's the way they use some of the talent. Sometimes they don't have enough TV time to give everyone matches, but they can still give them backstage segments or video packages to keep them relevant with the audience and stuff. So I think that's pretty good.
If you look at that, it's a lot of backstage and video stuff, which is no doubt they see. So they keep them relevant. So it's all good. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, one thing that I'm still a bit confused about in WWE is the storyline of Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens. Like, they're two of the bigger-ish stars in WWE, and they're complaining that they can't get a match or they can't get onto WrestleMania, which, by the way, is stupendous, and it's 2 nights. It's 2 nights. It's not one night. So it's like it's going to be 4 hours over on one night and then 4 hours on another. That's 8 hours of wrestling, and you can't fit two of your biggest stars in it. It's like, come on, be realistic.
Well, this week's Raw main event was
it was pointless.
Winner gets to interview Stone Cold. It's like, why?
Come on, it was pointless. We all knew Kevin Owens was going to win that because I've heard Seth Rollins is going to wrestle at WrestleMania, and it's going to be against Cody Rhodes apparently.
Yeah, because if you look, I don't know if it's on Twitter or something, but it was like they put something. So they put Seth Rollins is at a crossroads.
Yeah,
his
they did.
WrestleMania dreams have been dashed.
Yeah, so, and they mentioned something like it's become his worst nightmare or something like that.
Yeah. And
Corey Graves mentioned some of those things as well in commentary as well. I remember reading it.
It's like
you're throwing hints.
That I'm fine with that match, but it's like you're right. give me logic. Why do I care who interviews Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania? I don't.
Exactly. It's just mad.
Why is it the main event? Why is it the main event of Raw?
Is it a main event?
It was the main event of Raw this week. Yeah.
Oh no, sorry. Oh no, yeah, I get what you mean.
Oh yeah.
It was the main event. Yeah, that was the main event of Raw.
See who could interview Stone Cold Steve Austin? I mean, why? Why do that? Why not just
They could have done so much more with Raw. It was just mad.
Yeah,
it's like they're absolutely screwing NXT over as well. Like Dolph Ziggler is the new NXT champion.
Yeah.
This week just gone, you had Miz TV on NXT. Dolph Ziggler's there, Bobby Roode, and then Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio just turned up randomly backstage and challenged one of the Legado del Fantasma guys to a match. I'm like, what is going on? Like, these guys are from Raw. It's like, why are they even here?
Yeah, I got it.
Apparently, though, Vince McMahon's trying to make NXT relevant by bringing in the bigger stars.
Yeah, I read
but the only way that works is if the bigger stars put over the NXT stars, which they're not doing.
Yeah, well, I presume that Bron Breakker will win back the NXT.
Yeah, I think he will. Yeah, stand and deliver. Yeah.
But then again, how long is he going to be down there for? Because we know,
Yeah, he's going to be pushed onto Raw or SmackDown.
It's going to be or something like that. And you're right. I read that they wanted every now and again to bring like a main what they call the main. Now it is the main roster. Now this is what it is. That's definitely we can definitely go back to what it is, main roster. They want to bring in like whatever a main roster star every now and again because they brought AJ Styles in, didn't they, for a couple of weeks against that?
Yeah, against Grayson Waller.
I don't even know his name.
Grayson Waller, the social media guy. Oh,
him for a couple of weeks, and then he left. And
apparently, they want a main roster guy on NXT every week, from what I've heard.
Yeah, I
mean, the only way that it's going to work is if the main roster guys put over the younger talent. Like, if Dolph Ziggler, obviously, Dolph Ziggler won the NXT championship, but I think he should have been the one that got pinned in that match, whether it was Tommaso Ciampa winning or Bron Breakker. Dolph Ziggler should have been there to put one of them over.
Yeah.
And the same with AJ. I mean, I think AJ is brilliant and he's underutilized in WWE. But if he's going to NXT to fight someone, he should be putting them over because they're younger talent. Yeah. And for someone like Grayson Waller or someone else in NXT, it fits on their resume. I've beaten AJ Styles. That makes them a big deal.
If you remember, I don't know if you remember this, the Triple H era of NXT when it was just starting to gain momentum, they had Cesaro go down there and face Sami Zayn.
Yeah, I remember that.
Matches, and I think Sami Zayn won the first match or something like that, and then they had another match with Cesaro won, and then their final one was like 2 out of 3 falls or something like that.
Yeah. I remember
that's the sort of thing that should be done.
Yeah, 100%.
It makes more sense, but I don't care about NXT. I just
neither do I. There's maybe 1 or 2 stars in NXT that I still enjoy watching wrestle.
Yeah, I mean,
like Tommaso Ciampa and is it Solo Sikoa, the Usos' younger brother?
Yeah.
I think he's a good, interesting character, but still, the rest of it's just a shambles.
It is. It's just the way
the tag division is just screwed.
Well, they gutted it and then they introduced like 40 new faces that you're supposed to like try and link to it. So,
yeah, I mean the Creed brothers, I think, are a really good team, but they're not being used correctly.
No,
they could be used a similar way to what Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas were, because they're them type of wrestlers.
Yeah, and you got the grizzled young vets as well. They've not been used properly either.
Yeah, they're pretty good as well.
They should have been champions.
MSK, I think MSK are being pushed quite heavily.
Yeah, they
are. Imperium, obviously, the NXT champions at the moment.
Look what they're doing. They changed Walter's name to Gunther. They changed Pete Dunne's name to Butch.
Butch. Who the fuck is Butch?
Why are they doing a Peaky Blinders stable? I don't.
It's just crazy, isn't it? I don't get that. And then I don't know, man. All this crap going on Raw and SmackDown and NXT, and Mustafa Ali can't even get on TV.
Yeah, he's at home. It's like
apparently people were tweeting him saying, "Why are you going to be in the Rumble?" And his response was, "I don't want to be in the Rumble.
Yeah,
I want my release." Because he's asked for his release, and apparently he's been denied it.
Yeah, but that's because you don't ask for your release; we release you. That's what it is. You know what I mean?
I think in the next couple of months he'll get his release, one way or another.
Yeah, he should do. I
think he will.
I said, if any wrestlers now getting released, I wouldn't sign up with AEW right away unless it's big money.
Do you know what? I'd like to see Mustafa Ali maybe like on the independent scene.
Yeah.
Maybe Impact Wrestling, Ring of Honor. I think Ring of Honor would be a good shout for him.
Yeah, that's him going
I think Samoa Joe's going to eventually turn up in AEW. I've got a feeling that's happening.
Yeah. I've got a feeling of that as well. It's like...
Because that's where all his mates are right now.
That's true, and now they bought Ring of Honor as well. So it's like...
Yeah. I mean, I'd like them to restart Ring of Honor, like a weekly show that they had. And then maybe have like the talent that used to be in Ring of Honor back in Ring of Honor. Like Samoa Joe, Adam Cole, the Red Dragon. I mean, because that way, if the Young Bucks are still on like Dynamite in AEW, they could be whatever, like they could be the champs there. And you've got Red Dragon over in Ring of Honor. They could be champs there.
I think I read they were going to use it. I don't know if it's confirmed or he was quoted right. Tony Khan views Ring of Honor as a potential development thing.
Okay.
But then it's like, well, what are you doing with Dark Elevation or Dark whatever, whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
Dark and then Dark Elevation.
Maybe
I don't watch.
Maybe they get rid of Dark and Dark Elevation and just have Ring of Honor.
Maybe. But then those are
on YouTube instead.
Those are YouTube shows, aren't they? So
yeah, but like like the branding on them's AEW at the moment.
Yeah.
Maybe just change them to Ring of Honor.
Yes, they could do that.
That could work. Because obviously, if he sees it as developmental, those shows are definitely developmental. Like some of the stars on there you've never even heard of. Like probably enhancement talent.
Everton were just down to 10 men. Have just hit a winner in the 98th minute. Oh my God.
No, against Newcastle.
Yeah, against Newcastle. Yeah, they were down to 10 men as well.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Wow. That's crazy.
It won't be scored. That is just...
Wow.
That is
I wouldn't have expected him to win with 10 men. That's crazy.
No. 98th minute.
That's crazy.
I need them... Damn.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Is there anything you're looking forward to, like AEW wise, that they've got in the works?
The moment, the most thing I'm looking forward to is the Regal, Bryan Danielson, John Moxley thing that they're doing, like who they're going to add.
Yeah.
I don't think they should add too many. Maybe just 2 young stars they should add or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think they should overdo it with too many people. Make it like Evolution was just 4 people, wasn't it? Maybe make it something like that.
Yeah, because you could see them having a sort of doing a hard hitting 4 horsemen bit. William Regal doing like the manager bit. You got the two legends, the 2 experiencing obviously Moxley and Danielson, and you got, like you say, you got 2 like youngsters, like all unknown. Like Will Utah's obviously one of them. I presume Utah's going to be one of them. And
I think he will. Yeah.
Who do they pick next? That's the thing.
I mean, Wheeler Yuta shook hands with William Regal at the end of the match, didn't he?
Then Regal sort of slapped him.
Yeah, Regal slapped him in the face.
Sort of like, probably want to see a response of how he reacts.
He got in his face, didn't he?
Yeah, does he back down?
And then you see like William Regal, Daniel Bryanson, and John Moxley all just looking at him and laughing.
Yeah, nodding.
Then Regal had a bit of a word with him, and then that he just left, didn't he?
Yeah, so you probably see.
I'd see him definitely being the first person to join.
Yeah, you can see that, and then it's who do they add? Like one more. I think one more is.
Do you know what I mean? Maybe add a tag team in.
Yeah. I don't know who they'd add as a tag team, really.
Do you know? I'd like to see Top Flight or maybe the Acclaimed.
No, I don't think the Acclaimed suits them style. No, I think the Acclaimed's got their own.
Yeah, true. No, that the Acclaimed aren't as ruthless as Moxley and Bryan Danielson.
No, they're not. No, they're not. And Top Flight,
If they turned heel, maybe.
I don't know that this group's heel though. I don't think they're heel.
I don't know. To be fair, I don't think they are.
I don't think they're heel.
They don't seem like they are, do they? At the moment,
I just think they're going to kick everyone's ass, heel, face, whatever.
Yeah.
Remember,
true.
best friends is a face group.
Yeah. True.
So and they just batter them. They don't care. But I think they don't see. I think they're at the point of their careers where you either cheer or boo us.
Yeah, we don't care.
I don't care. I'm going to kick everyone's ass. That's what they've been doing.
Yeah,
Moxley,
they have.
Moxley doesn't matter who he faces, face or heel, he just kicks their butt.
Yeah, no, that's 100% true. Yeah, I mean, I was quite shocked to see Jericho start a new stable. Just after, obviously, we knew the Inner Circle was disbanding, and then literally the next episode of Dynamite, he started a new stable. It's just, I don't know. Does he really need to be in a stable all the time?
I don't think it's more for him. I think it's more to elevate the young 2.0 and Daniel Garcia around him.
No, that's true. No, that's true.
Give him a bigger rub than they've done very well since they've come in.
They have, yeah.
But
Definitely.
Bigger rub. Then they're set up to face Eddie Kingston and Ortiz, Santana, and who I was reading in someone's dream. Like maybe they'll do a stadium stampede and they'll add the original LAX like Homicide and Hernandez or something.
Nice.
To back them up for that match.
You know what? I really enjoyed LAX from Impact Wrestling. I thought they were really good.
Yeah, they were very very good, very good. Again, the tag team division is so swamped that I think they are underutilized.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe bring Homicide and Hernandez in just for like the stadium stampede match.
Yeah.
Because obviously, if they sign them full time, you're gonna have 4 members of LAX. It's gonna be mad. That's gonna be another stable, and then 2 tag teams within it.
That's the thing as well. There's either too many tag teams or there's too many stables.
Yeah, that's it. Definitely.
It's like it's bunch all the wrestlers together in one bit. Like I think they've taken that concept with New Japan. Where they have like loads of tag teams and loads of stables. It's like I think they've taken that as a concept.
Yeah, definitely. There's another team that I don't think we've mentioned, Chaos Project.
Oh, is that Trent and Rocky Romero? Who is that?
No, it's I think they're called Chaos Project. It's the guy who's got the weird like eye painted on his head here.
What's his name? Arthur or something?
I can't remember his name.
I don't know. Yeah, and there's a guy in a mask, isn't there?
Yeah, and then you've got
I can't
remember. There's another team as well with Dolph Ziggler's brother in it, Nick Nemeth.
Oh, is it the
Wingmen or something?
The Wingmen, yeah, the Wingmen.
Yeah,
and then there's like Bear Country.
Yeah, Bear Country. There's another one.
I think we need to get into 30 tag teams at the moment.
I mean we must have mentioned most of them by now.
You've got enough tag teams in there for like 3 rosters just to be on 3 rosters alone. I mean,
nah, definitely. They do need to like strip out some of the teams maybe and just the whole roster of people that they're not using properly.
Yeah,
or maybe not using properly. Sorry, like they're not going to use. And then the younger ones, they could have them on Dark and Dark Elevation, just fighting local wrestlers from the area that they're in.
Yeah,
like that's what the WWE used to do. Whatever area they're in, they'll bring in like some of the younger talent from that area, up and coming talent, give them a tryout. But obviously, it'll be a squash match for some of the younger talent.
They don't need to. The squad's so giant size. They can just the roster's so giant size.
Yeah,
just get it from anywhere really.
I think they still use some talent from like the local area as well in AEW.
Maybe
because there's some people that you'll only see like on Dark and Dark Elevation once, and that's it.
No.
It's crazy.
Yeah, mad.
Madness. Do you know what? There's one wrestler that I wanted to see. Like he came back quite a few years back. Marty Jannetty.
Yeah.
He came back for a little bit as part of the angle between Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels. And they were meant to give him like a proper run in WWE.
Yeah.
As part of that comeback, but he couldn't leave his home state.
Oh yeah, he had some issues with the law, didn't he? So.
Yeah, he's some of the stuff that guy posts online, it's just mental.
Yeah.
If you follow him on Facebook or Twitter, man, that guy is just off his rockers, man.
Yeah, I've read
No
that,
pun intended to the rockers.
No,
but,
yeah.
He's absolutely off it, that guy.
He's not. Yeah, he's not.
Yeah. He's not right up here, man. So,
no.
Some of the stuff that he says is very weird, man.
Very weird. It's mad. Stay away. Stay clear if you can. Of that.
Yeah,
definitely. Caught up in something like that, you won't get unattached.
Yeah, true. That he was one of my. He was part of like the Rockers, and they were like my favorite tag team when I was younger, growing up. And I remember watching like Shawn Michaels put him through the barbershop glass window. I absolutely hated Shawn Michaels for it. For like a good few months, I absolutely hated him. But I still watched him because he was like from the Rockers. Yeah. And then obviously since then he's always been my favorite wrestler. So when I forgave him for ruining the Rockers, I had a really bad time. I was like, I can't stand him. I don't want to watch him. I still watch him though. And then he was obviously Mr. WrestleMania before he retired.
Done his job. Yeah, done his job.
He's done his job properly, didn't
he? Yeah, he got you to hate him, so he done his job.
Yeah, he did his job properly. Yeah, he was meant to be the bad guy at the time, wasn't he? Meant to be the heel after that. So yeah, madness. Did they not bring Marty Jannetty back with another person as the new Rockers?
Yeah. I think it was it's Al Snow, but they called him Lee Cassidy.
Yeah, that's the one, Lee Cassidy. Yeah, that was mad.
Not very good. Not very good at all.
No, it wasn't, was it? It didn't go over well with the fans, did it?
Nope, not very good at all, man.
I think he was more over as Al Snow than any other character.
Yes. Well, he went to ECW. When he was in ECW, still under contract with WWE. They just sort of loaned him out.
Did they?
I read. Yeah. They sort of did like a sort of trade, like when they took like Scorpio, Too Cold Scorpio.
Yeah, Too Cold Scorpio. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Oh, so it was like a swap deal. You take one of ours, we'll take one of yours. Pretty
that's
deal.
true.
That's a pretty good deal.
That is a good deal. But then he worked on his character, and then, like you say, most memorable for the Al Snow character.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'd like to see WWE work with other promotions. You're like AEW are.
I just don't know if they've got the ego for that.
I don't think Vince McMahon would ever do it, though.
He won't do that. I think when he goes, they might do that, but I don't know if I don't know if he's going to go. I think he's going to live forever.
Yeah,
that tagline, then, now, and forever. I think forever.
That's about Vince McMahon.
That. Yeah.
No, definitely.
Yeah, I'm looking at this before I leave for finish. I'm looking at what they've got on night 1 and night 2 of WrestleMania. Yeah. I don't think I need to stay up for night 1 the way it's looking. Maybe I
don't forget there's
the Charlotte Ronda Rousey match is on night 1. I think
like Friday SmackDown, and then straight after SmackDown they've got the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's terrible, man.
And then Saturday you've got night 1, Sunday you've got night 2.
Yeah.
Where does Stand and Deliver fall in this? Like NXT Stand and Deliver? Is it just going to be on Tuesday?
Yeah, Tuesday.
Because then it's not really a pay-per-view or a takeover, really, is it? That's just mad. Because they haven't done a takeover in NXT for a while, have they?
No. I think the last one was War Games. I think it was.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
early December. I think it was.
Yeah,
that was it.
I think since they've done 2.0, I think they're moving away from them, aren't they?
Yeah, they're moving more away of that. Just use them as what it is. It's just the development place. It's just on telly.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's just
bonkers.
Crazy.
And they'll just have themed episodes.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy.
Like New Year's Eve and stuff like that.
Yeah, Vince McMahon's lost the plot. He should have just left Triple H to run NXT like the way he was, because it was. I mean, fair enough. They didn't beat AEW on Wednesday nights, and they never were going to.
Nope.
Because AEW had obviously bigger stars. They had Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, Chris Jericho, John Moxley, and a lot of others. They were never going to beat them because the talent in NXT weren't that big. Even though you had Adam Cole and Red Dragon and all these lot, they weren't big enough to beat AEW. But Vince wanted him to beat him, and that's just crazy.
I don't know if he did want him. I think there's something where he wanted to prove a point.
All right, fair enough. He wanted to prove a point to Triple H that NXT is just developmental type of thing. Yeah, I get that. I mean, Vince is just Vince, innit? He's got a big ego, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's huge. Absolutely. That's the problem.
One thing I don't like is this whole thing with Austin Theory and Vince McMahon.
Yeah, it just doesn't make. Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense at all.
No, but it'll be something. He'll find it funny, or something like that.
Finds it funny. The one thing I do like though that's happened recently on Raw is that Finn Balor won the US Championship.
Yes,
and then obviously it's going to be a return match with Damian Priest at WrestleMania, and they fought like 3 times already on Raw for the past 3 weeks. So there's just no point having them face off on WrestleMania because they've done it 3 times on Monday Night Raw, and they're probably going to do another one on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, they'll do one.
Then they're going to do one at WrestleMania. It's like, why have them fight 4 times on Raw and then have them fight on WrestleMania like it's a special match? So,
it's the booking's mad.
It's like having Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns fight each other every week for 4 weeks and then put them on at WrestleMania. Like, crazy.
That's what it is. It's like I wouldn't have for high-profile matches. I like the thought of the when it's like a first time ever like match.
Yeah.
Like with them not touching each other.
Yeah.
Like nothing.
Not Edge and AJ Styles.
Yeah, sort of. Although he did hit him with a chair a couple of times.
True.
I do like that. I do like Edge's new thing. His new music.
It's very dark in it. Like he comes out with purple lighting, like it's the Undertaker or something. And he said, I think it's a really good character for Edge to go like that, heel and go dark. I thought it was something that it's really good for his type of person for him to do because obviously he's been in the Brood.
Yeah.
And then he brought down like it was meant to be fake blood. Was it with Seth Rollins?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, on a SmackDown, but it was black. It wasn't actually red or anything. It was actually black. It just made me laugh that they can't even use the proper color for blood on the show. It's just crazy.
It's mad. It's all mad.
It's crazy, man. Mad shit. It's just Vince being Vince, isn't it? He wants to stay away from that type of stuff. So, but he wanted to use the Brood thing where they have a bloodbath, but they never even mentioned it as a bloodbath. Like back in the Attitude Era, they would mention it.
Can't mention it, can they? Because they don't even like them bleeding anymore.
Yeah, it's just
so can't even mention it really. When they start bleeding, they try and patch them up. They stop the match and try and patch them up. Rubbish.
Crazy, and the referees put gloves on like it's going to help them.
Yeah, that's gonna they're gonna stop the flow or anything like that.
I can understand why they put gloves on, like for contamination and maybe not catching anything from them. But I get that part of it. But if there's just a little cut above that on the head over here, you're not really going to need gloves for that, are you?
No, you're not.
If it's more blood like you had in MJF versus CM Punk, I can understand wearing gloves in that because there was just blood everywhere. The ring was covered in it.
Yeah, that's fine. But you're supposed to have blood in that type of match.
Exactly, yeah.
It's where they go like, it's where they now have still steel cage matches, everything like that, and no one bleeds.
It's just ridiculous.
Come on.
No one bleeds in the Elimination Chamber either. It's like
no one busted open or anything. It's like
Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell, literally. Like you'd expect blood in a Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah, exactly. But then just don't do that anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. Vince has just gone soft in it, like PG.
Yeah.
And I think they need the quicker WWE move away from that, the better it's going to be for them. I think.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. Though, it's like I don't think they do it for the love of the wrestling anymore. It's just about the dollar bills. Just rolling in.
It, yeah.
Making the network successful, doing the Saudi shows.
Oh yeah, they get billions for them Saudi shows, man. It's just crazy.
They get those. Yeah,
it's like how does Saudi get a pay-per-view before the UK? It's like, come on,
like you say, billions, isn't it? We're not offering them anything.
Well, yeah, that's true. We're never going to get a pay-per-view in the UK now. Not with all the money Saudi are throwing for pay-per-views.
the thing is, they can do it now because they've got the network, so they can do it anything. They did a Saudi show at I think it's 12 p.m. Eastern on the east coast in America, which is 9 a.m. on the west coast. So we're all right doing that. The money's fine.
Yeah, that's the thing though. No one's going to give Vince money to come to the UK.
I don't know who's going to do that in the UK.
It's like no government. The government aren't going to fund it.
No.
Or the councils aren't going to fund it. Like London or Manchester Council or Birmingham or wherever they're going to host it. It's never going to happen.
No.
I mean, they've been over last year doing their UK tours and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they did a Raw and SmackDown in the UK, didn't they, as well? But a pay-per-view, I think we're asking for too much from Vince now.
We only wish.
That's it. That's true, man. I know you've got to get to another stream, don't you, man? I'm guessing it's over on Sarcasm City.
Right, no, it's on Worldwide Chelsea.
All right, okay, cool. Now I'll let you get going, man. I don't want to keep you if you need to get going, man.
No, well, thank you very much.
No, I appreciate it, man. Hopefully, we'll speak again, man. If you want to do another wrestling show anytime soon, just give me a shout, man. We'll sort something out. Yeah, well, appreciate you coming on, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. Have a good day.
Bye. You too. Take care, man. Yes, people. This has been All Things Wrestling. And there's a couple little bits that I wanted to talk about before we do head off. There is a new wrestling promotion in the UK called Sovereign Pro Wrestling. I don't know if you can see it on my phone here. I've got the website up. First event is called The Reign. And it's going to be held in Manchester. You know what? It's got a lot of UK talent. Sorry, it's called First Reign. This is the poster for it. The date's at the bottom, 1st of October. Head over to the website, sovprowrestling.com. Hit them up on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. They've done a roster reveal today over 2 videos. They've released 2 matches for the card for October. Very, very exciting times. Some of the talent they've got is Alexander Roth, Benjamin Black, Big Guns Joe, Chris Ridgway, Danny Black, Danny Duggan, Harley Hudson, HT Drake, Ian Skinner, I can't pronounce his first name, as Easton Reese, Joe Lando, Joey Hayes, Joseph Connors, Costa K, the Hitter Malik, Maria May, Michael Oku, RJ Singh, Roy Johnson, Simon Miller, Smashing Mike, Warren Banks, Will Cruz. Do you know what? Some of the top UK wrestling talent all on one card, on one roster. It's going to be special. Go hit them out. I'll leave the link in the description for the video. Appreciate everyone tuning in. That is all for now. This has been Finished Article, All Things Wrestling. Thanks for tuning in. And before I go, for Scott Hall.